Hey guys, and welcome to Carguy1999 reviews as well as Quirk Automotive. Today we have a bit of a different video in the form of a comparison between the 2018 Audi S4 and the 2018 Infiniti Q50 3.0. I'm taking my mask off, this is brutal. Audi is listed online for $39,000, Infiniti for $23,000. However, they are the same year, both in the same segment of performance sedan. So we're going to take a look at the two of them, see which one drives better, which one has more room, and see which one overall I like better and which one I would put my money towards. Starting here with the Audi. Look at this thing. Powered by a twin turbo a supercharged 6-cylinder, I'm sorry. It does put down more power than the Infiniti, but we'll see which one is more fun to drive. Good amount of trunk space in the Audi. Really do like the back design. The plate's on that side. Interior, you have nice suede and leather. Back seat room's pretty good. I should have sat on that side behind myself. Really nice interior. I'm so sorry for the wind. And pretty nice key too, with a nice S logo. But now onto the Infiniti. Both are all-wheel drive as well. Pretty decent storage area. I think the Audi edges it out just a little bit. But the Infiniti, I think, wins on interior design. Absolutely beautiful interior design. Wow, wow, wow. All right, without further ado, let's go on to the driving portion of this comparison. Alright, so now we're driving the S4. These seats, absolutely excellent. I'm curious to see how... They're definitely performance oriented and they have a lot of adjustability. You can adjust all kinds of stuff. You can adjust the bolsters and they're even massaging. So that's a huge feature in and of itself. Wireless charger. Oh, that's actually in case the keys did. My bad. Nice center console. Everything's really, really nice in here. Nice frameless rear view mirror, sunroof. But let's go on to the driving experience, because that's what you guys are watching this video for. Right off the bat, the sound is phenomenal. A lot of exhaust noise too, in comparison to the induction noise. Over that bump, nice and planted. And it flies. The amount of power behind this is phenomenal. You do have paddles behind the wheel, which I do not believe the Infiniti has. So that's another bonus to the Audi. In terms of being fun to drive, I'm pretty sure the Audi is going to edge out the Infiniti, just due to the nature that this is the S4. compared to the Q50. It's just the 3.0, not the Red Sport. The Red Sport would probably come a little bit closer in terms of price and performance. But you know what? I'm going to take the fact that these are both 2018s, and they're under $40,000. Would I stretch for the S4 or would I stay with the Q50? I got extremely lucky at this light because sometimes you can be sitting here for, 5 minutes easily. You also have a nice heads-up display, which is another added bonus to the Audi. I'm not going to take into account interior colorization just because that's due to options that these cars had when new. One downside is I kind of wish the screen was a bit bigger. The Infiniti does have 2 screens, and this just kind of looks like it was kind of stuck on. It's a nice screen, but I would, for the price tag that this had over the Infiniti, I just wish for a little bit more luxury. Plus, the interior just kind of seems kind of plain Jane. There isn't really much that stands out except for this center infotainment system. That, it edges out the Infiniti, definitely. This whole gauge cluster is super easy to maneuver. You can have a bunch of different information there. It's really, really nice. Going through the infotainment system, it is a little bit tough to get used to at first, but once you get used to it, it's all via touch buttons here. For 2020, the S4 went to only touch screen capabilities. There's no more hard buttons. I'm a fan of hard buttons, so that's going to be a point towards the Audi 2018 S4. Other than that, the overall performance and driving feel of this, you have a bunch of different modes, including dynamic, individual, comfort, and auto. Go into dynamic. I'm going to drive both cars in their sportiest mode. They're not bad. It definitely has a good note. Transmission is really, really responsive. It's a really, really nice vehicle to drive. It definitely shows that it has performance potential. Now, I think it's time to drive the Infiniti and see how that compares. And then, probably in the Infiniti, I'll wrap up the video of which one would I buy. So, here comes the Infiniti. Alright, now onto the drive of the Q50. Twin turbo V6 under the hood. Just sitting here in the interior, I feel like I'm in a luxury car. You know, I don't feel any Nissan in here. Everything's really, really nice. Really easy to use, too. You have drive mode selector. I mean, this is really nice. Driving performance. You can see where your steering's at. Fuel flow. Wow. Fuel consumption. That's pretty cool, actually. I'll probably leave that up. That's something I couldn't find in the Audi, actually. Just every material in here feels amazing. I'm trying not to be partial to the colors, but this is a luxury car. These seats are 10 times better than the Audis. While they don't have the bolstering of the Audi, nor the adjustability of the Audi. Sorry, I just completely bopped you against the door. They just feel better. I'd rather spend time in here than in the Audi. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for a drive, and I'll tell you guys my thoughts so far of which one I'd rather own. Honestly, the answer will probably surprise you, and the one you should buy really depends on what you're looking for. If you're focused on a performance luxury car or a luxury performance car. Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. But is performance on your top list, or is luxury? If luxury's at the top, Infiniti all the way. Believe it or not, even with Audi and their prestige, if luxury is one of your priorities, the Infiniti has it. I mean, everything in here looks better than the Audi. I feel like I'm in a much more expensive car, and that's because the S4 is based off of an A4, which starts around the same price as this. But I think the Infiniti is definitely underrated from the factory. However, if you want more power, you could have gone with the Red Sport and still be cheaper than the S4. That's just the way it is. But one big factor is I'm not missing the S4 when I'm driving this. I'm not sitting here as if this were my car and say, I wish I got the S4. I'm perfectly happy with this. The acceleration feels, if not the same, if not faster than the S4. I'm sure the numbers will tell a different story, but just based off of feel alone, it's so much quicker. And I also prefer the sound in this. I understand that most of it is fake induction noise. I get that. But the S4 has some pops and burbles, but they're not really all that loud. Yeah, it sounds good from the outside, but when are you hearing your car from the outside? Both issues can be solved with an exhaust, if you want. But I'm comparing apples to apples here, stock for stock. And in doing so, I'm declaring the Infiniti the winner of sound. So let's go through the categories that I'm kind of considering for this comparison. Exterior appearance goes to the S4. It just looks higher end. I'm not saying this looks bad. I'm just saying the S4 is a bit better in terms of exterior looks. Let's go into room and space. The S4 has a bit of a bigger trunk, but overall feeling in the cabin, I think the Q50 takes it. Now let's go into the luxury component. As discussed before, the Infiniti takes the Audi in terms of luxury. Last category, well, not the last, I'm sorry. Let's go into cost and cost of ownership. The Audi right now is listed for $10,000 more than the Q50, and that's based on what the market entails. New for new, it was probably about 20 grand more than this car, if not more. Cost of ownership of the Infiniti is also going to be less than the Audi due to the Nissan underpinnings of the Infiniti brand. Reliability has proven itself. These should be pretty bulletproof. But now onto performance. this is close. This is really close. The S4 has its performance heritage going for it. Man. So I think the Audi's going to edge out in performance. But not by much. As this is my first comparison, as it goes on, I'm gonna start creating a chart. And kind of going through solid categories, almost like a Doug score kind of thing. But at the end of the day, you're watching my channel. I'm the only person that posts on this channel, except in terms of quirk and stuff like that. Then my colleagues post some other videos as well. But at the end of the day, if luxury is what you're looking for, if you want luxury that's also really fun to drive, it comes down to, can you swing the S4? It really depends on your marketing position and what you're looking for. Out of the two, right now, I will say I would buy the Infiniti. Just the 10 grand difference in listed prices in the online market is not worth it to me for the S4. Sure, you have the performance pedigree and your key says Audi on it, but that's not worth it to me. I don't sit there and I don't think about that. Both these cars are absolutely phenomenal. If you're in the market for either or, I highly suggest you try both. But the winner of this comparison is, bad idea to do that on the turn, the 2018, wow, that gives a lot away, Infiniti Q50. That's the winner of this comparison. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for future content, and I will see you all in the next video.